All right, guys, I'm back. Hopefully you've gotten dug out from the snowstorm. I know I have. And so I thought I would give you a quick summary of what we've seen happen over the last couple of days. First of all, I wanted to remind you, though, if you haven't joined my pro site, I would love for you to do that. You can join there at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley Weather. And on that site, you're going to see a lot more details regarding the weather of the Ohio Valley. And I give longer range forecasts about events that may be coming to the Ohio Valley. So again, if you haven't joined, I sure hope that you would. So first of all, some of you may remember that I had said for a few days now that there was a possibility of a dry slot forming. And this is a radar capture from yesterday evening. And you can see that there was definitely a dry slot here, pretty significant dry slot. And it's just about where I predicted that it would be. Although I thought it might have been a little bit further to the west, but this is pretty close. Also, I thought that it might be more north and south in its orientation than being at an angle like this, but still that's pretty close to where I was expecting that dry slot to be. Also, the other thing was for the last few days, it was becoming clearer and clearer that there was a possibility of freezing rain at the beginning of this storm. And so this is the map that I posted Sunday morning showing where the most likelihood of freezing rain would be. And certainly a lot of locations in this area did see freezing rain. And unfortunately, that did reduce the snow totals for some people in this area. This is a radar animation from yesterday, and it just kind of shows the track that the storm took. It did take pretty much the exact track that I was expecting. Actually, the track, for several days now, it was becoming clear that the track was going to take it right up through Pennsylvania and throw the heavy snow into eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. On this animation, you can kind of see that dry slot too, right down in here. Yeah, there's still some precipitation there, but not as much as there would have been in the surrounding areas. This is the snow map that I made on Saturday, my final call on this. And if you watched my last video, you know I was a little concerned about these locations here. I said my greatest concern, or the place where I thought I was most likely to be wrong, was in this area, say from Wheeling, West Virginia, down towards Parkersburg and south. And looking back, I probably should have done something like this and included this area down here in the 6 to 10 inches rather than in the 10 to 16 inches. But honestly, all in all, I'm pretty pleased with how I did with this storm. One thing you'll notice here is my 6-inch line. I had that 6-inch line running from just west of Cleveland down to just west of Portsmouth. So meaning I was expecting anyone to the west of this line to be less than 6 inches, and anyone to the east of this line would be more than 6 inches. Well, this is, as of this morning, this is the map from the National Weather Service's website, and it is still being updated, so this could change slightly. But this map is based on the reports that the National Weather Service has gotten so far for snow totals. And first thing I'll point out is you can see this dark blue where it transitions to the yellow. That is your 6-inch line. And notice that is just west of Cleveland, and it goes right down towards Portsmouth. So I'm pretty pleased with that, with how I did. I think I had that 6-inch line pretty much right where it needed to be. Out here, I wasn't expecting anything, and you can see that's pretty much what they got. Again, down in this area, this is where the freezing rain was most significant. Again, let me show you that. Right in this area here, that is where the freezing rain was the biggest issue. And so locations in that area that I'm showing here definitely got less snow than what I expected. But I was pleased to see this morning that actually we got a good bit of snow. See, I live just about right here. And I was expecting for me, I had this location in the 10 to 16 inch area. But of course, I did get a good bit of freezing rain and sleet. I probably had close to at least half an inch of sleet, which if it had been snow, it definitely would have made my snow total much higher. I ended up with about 9.25 inches of snow, which is still pretty close to the 10 inches that I was thinking we would get. And so all in all, I'm pretty pleased with how I did. Over here, you can see that dry slot area again. Here's that dry slot south of Pittsburgh, extending over close to the Ohio River over here. The dry slot area was also a big question mark. I knew there would still be some snow in there, but the question was how much. I put 6 to 10 inches for that. This dark blue area is about 6 to 8 inches. So not too bad, but you can see these lighter blues here. That's much less snow. And right around down here around Morgantown, West Virginia, there are some reports down there of only 2 inches of snow. So the dry slot was definitely a factor for them. They got much less precipitation. But again, all in all, I'm pretty pleased with how I did. Let me know how you think I did in a comment on this if you want to. Once again, if you haven't joined my pro site, I invite you to do that. That's at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley Weather. And I'll see you next time. Bye.